Let's be real for a second. How do you actually survive and maybe even do well in this crazy AI revolution? The ground is shifting under our feet, especially in places like India. So in this explainer, we're going to break down a clear roadmap for what you can do about it. Let's get right into it.
But first, to really get why this is so urgent, just listen to this warning from AI expert Vaibhav Sasinti. The next 3 to 4 years are going to be a massacre. Wow, massacre is not a word you just throw around, right? It's a really stark prediction about the job market, and it signals a period of some seriously intense disruption.
And that, of course, leads directly to the question that I think we're all asking ourselves, whether we say it out loud or not. With tech moving this fast, is my job safe? And you know what? This isn't just paranoia. It's a totally valid concern based on real stuff that's happening as we speak.
All right, let's just look this threat right in the eye. Which jobs are actually in danger, and why is everything happening so fast? The truth is, the impact is already here.
And this isn't some guess about the future. This is happening right now. In India, you've got 1.5 million students graduating with engineering degrees every single year. The normal placement rate was already tough, at about 10%, while now, it has crashed down to just 6%. The market for these classic jobs is shrinking. Today.
And here's a huge reason why. Get this. The CEO of Anthropic, that's the company behind the AI model Claude, he predicted that by the end of this year, 90% of all code will be written by AI. AI agents are already writing code better and way faster than a lot of mid-level engineers. That completely changes the entire field of software development.
So this totally rewrites what it even means to be a programmer. I mean, if the AI is writing the code, our job isn't to type anymore. It's to tell the AI what to build. And that means the most important programming language of the future is just English, or whatever your native language is. The skill isn't about knowing Python anymore. It's about being able to clearly explain what you want.
Okay, so if the old skills are getting automated away, what are the new skills that are actually valuable? Well, this brings us to the real solution. We need a massive shift away from being a specialist and towards becoming something totally new.
And that something new is the AI generalist. This is the role you want to be aiming for in this new economy. An AI generalist isn't just, a marketing person who uses some AI tools. No. They are someone whose #1 skill is solving problems with AI, and they can do it anywhere. Marketing, product, operations, even coding. Their expertise is the AI itself.
Now, this goes against everything we've been taught, right? For years, the advice was specialize, specialize, specialize. Go super deep in one thing. And that was like 80% of us. It made sense because it's hard for us humans to be an expert in a bunch of different fields. But you know who doesn't have that problem? AI. The prediction is that the entire workforce is going to flip, and in the future, 80% of us will be AI generalists who use AI to work across all sorts of fields.
Okay, that's the big idea. But I know what you're thinking. How do I actually become an AI generalist? Well, you're in luck because there's a clear, step-by-step roadmap that you can get started on literally today.
So here's the path. It's broken down into 5 levels that make sense. We're going to start with just exploring. Then we move on to really understanding the basics, mastering text, then going beyond text to things like images and video, and finally, the really exciting part, using all that to actually build things. It's a ladder, and anyone can climb.
Level 0 is the easiest and, honestly, maybe the most important step. Just play. Seriously, don't get intimidated. Open up ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, all of them, and just experiment. Ask some silly questions. See what they can do. The goal here is not to become an expert overnight. It's just to build a gut feeling for what's possible and maybe find a few little tricks to make your job a little faster.
Next up, you're going to move to understanding the why and mastering the how. You don't have to become a data scientist, okay? It's kind of like learning how a car's engine works a little bit so you can be a better driver. Knowing the basics helps you master the art of prompting, which is just the fancy word for talking to the AI to get exactly what you want. You'll quickly learn that different AIs are like different tools in a toolbox. You use one for creative stuff and another for heavy-duty logic.
But a true generalist doesn't just stop with words. Level 3 is all about expanding your toolkit. This is where you dive into the tools that create images out of thin air. You'll explore platforms that can generate video and audio, and you can even learn how to fine-tune an AI, which is basically like giving it your personal data so it can learn to create things in your specific style. Super cool.
And finally, level 4 is where you put it all together.
This is about actually making things. You can use these simple no-code tools to build real AI-powered apps and solutions. And this creates a portfolio, which is basically the new resume. I mean, instead of just telling an employer you have skills, imagine showing them a custom tool you built just for them. That's how you really stand out.
Now, the impact here isn't just about getting a job. These skills are fundamentally changing how businesses are even built. The amount of efficiency we're seeing is creating opportunities that just didn't exist before.
Let me give you a perfect example. There is a company that had a pre-sales team of 40 people. 40. Their entire job was just to call new potential customers and see if they were a good fit.
Today, that exact same job is done by a single AI agent. The AI calls the new lead, asks all the right questions, takes notes, and only passes the really good ones to a human. One AI agent replaced the work of a 40-person team, and it does it faster and without ever getting tired.
This kind of automation creates a fascinating new possibility. In the old days, the goal might have been to build one big $10 million business. But with AI, it might actually be easier for one person to build 10 separate, highly automated $1 million businesses. The cost and the headache of starting something new have just plummeted.
So after all this talk about automation and AI agents taking over, it's pretty easy to feel a little discouraged, right? But this last point is the most important one. It brings the focus back to the one thing that AI simply can't copy.
Always remember this. The real power of AI is original thinking. That is you. Look, AI is an incredible tool for getting things done. It can write, it can code, it can analyze. But it can only work with patterns it's already seen. It cannot have a truly original idea. It can't create that wow moment. That little spark of creativity, that's still all us.
Which really leaves us with the final call to action. The tools are more powerful and easier to get than ever before. You have the roadmap to learn them, and you have the one secret ingredient that the AI will never have, your own unique ideas. So the only question left is, what will you build now?